Have you ever wondered why we get stressed? It's a question that's crossed many minds, and the answer is rooted deep within our biology. You see, stress is our body's physical response to challenging or threatening situations. Centuries ago, our ancestors relied on this response to survive in a world filled with dangers. Stress triggered what's known as the fight or flight response. This ancient survival mechanism would kick in when faced with a predator or a rival tribe, releasing a cascade of hormones that prepared the body to either face the threat head-on or make a swift exit to safety. In our modern world, we may not face saber-toothed tigers or rival tribes, but our bodies still use this ancient system to react to modern pressures like deadlines, traffic jams, or family conflicts. Now that we know why stress happens, let's dive into what happens in our bodies when we experience stress. So, what really goes on inside our bodies when we're stressed? Let's dive right in. When confronted with a stressor, our bodies spring into action, activating the infamous fight or flight response. This is our body's primal, automatic way of dealing with perceived threats, whether it's a looming work deadline or a ferocious lion. Fascinating, right? As part of this response, our bodies release two key stress hormones, adrenaline and cortisol. Adrenaline is the first responder, quick off the mark. It serves to increase our heart rate, blood pressure, and energy supplies. It's the reason you feel that sudden rush when you're startled or in danger. Cortisol, on the other hand, is a bit of a slow burner. It takes a little longer to kick in, but when it does, it curbs functions that would be non-essential in a fight or flight situation. It alters immune system responses and suppresses the digestive system, the reproductive system, and growth processes. This complex natural alarm system also communicates with regions of your brain that control mood, motivation, and fear. Now, in small doses, this stress response can be beneficial, sharpening our focus and giving us the boost we need to overcome challenges. However, when stress becomes chronic, that's when we run into problems. Chronic stress keeps our bodies in a constant state of alert, which can have serious long-term health effects. It can weaken our immune system, making us more susceptible to illnesses. It can increase our risk of heart disease by raising blood pressure and damaging arteries. It can cause problems with our digestion, leading to conditions like gastritis or ulcers. Perhaps most notably, chronic stress can wreak havoc on our mental health, contributing to anxiety, depression, and other mental health disorders. It's a bit like having a car alarm that won't switch off. Eventually, it starts to wear down the battery. Understanding the science of stress is the first step towards managing it effectively, because once we understand what's happening inside us, we can start to take control and implement strategies to better manage and reduce stress. So let's explore those next. How can we manage it effectively? It's a question worth pondering over. There's no one-size-fits-all solution, but there are some time-tested techniques that can help. Let's start with regular physical activity. The human body is built to move. When we engage in exercise, our bodies release endorphins, nature's feel-good chemicals. Whether it's a brisk walk in the park, a 30-minute yoga session, or a high-intensity interval training workout, any form of physical activity can help to reduce stress levels. Next, maintaining a healthy diet plays an integral role in managing stress. When we nourish our bodies with the right foods, think whole grains, lean proteins, fruits, vegetables, and healthy fats, we're giving ourselves the fuel we need to handle stressors effectively. Getting adequate sleep is another critical component of stress management. When we're well rested, we're better equipped to handle the challenges that come our way. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. Moving on to mindfulness and meditation, these practices can help us stay centered and focused in the present moment. They teach us to accept our feelings without judgment, which can be particularly helpful when we're dealing with stress. Lastly, maintaining social connections is vital. Connecting with others can provide a sense of belonging and support, which can help buffer against stress. Whether it's a phone call with a loved one, a coffee date with a friend, or participating in a community event, maintaining social connections can be a powerful stress reliever. So, there you have it, various techniques for managing stress. Remember, what works for one person might not work for another. The key is to experiment and find what works best for you. Remember, stress is a normal part of life, but it's how we manage it that makes all the difference. So take time to relax, breathe, and take care of your mental health. After all, a healthy mind leads to a healthy body.